Hey my sugar bears, welcome back to my channel, Bougie AF. It's your host, Jay Nicole. It's where I say stay bougie on them. It's me feeding you feminism for the soul. It's my soul food offering. It's where I apply pressure to issues by being critical and logical. Now don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Now let's get to the commentary where I can guarantee you I will be doing too much because that's just me. And like Sheree said, who's gonna check me, boo?
Hey y'all, you are tuned in to the Bougie AF channel with your girl Jay Nicole, where I say stay bougie on them and I'm serving you feminism for the soul. Don't forget to check me out on those people's Instagram at OG_Bougie AF. You can also check me on X, formerly known as Twitter, at I'm_Bougie_AF. So let's get into it. We have to talk about it. We know we're going to be on the Instagram, doing our Instagram scroll, but we most definitely have to talk about Mr. Cory Holcomb and essentially going viral, talking about his relationship with his daughter. I'm going to jump right into it. I'm not going to get too much pre-commentary, but the backstory of this is that Cory Holcomb has a daughter with a woman, as you'll hear him say in the video, that he did not love, right? On top of that, it's from what I remember, it's alleged that I guess she tried to set him up in some type of way. So she's one of those, set up bitches. So his daughter's mother is a setup bitch that he was fucking with from back in the day, right? So you do hear him say he alludes to she was nothing but drama and all that other stuff, right? Now, he's going viral for talking about his daughter because he refers to her several times as bitches, hoes, and she ain't shit. And I catch so much sometimes, I feel like, backlash where people try to synopsis my personality by saying, oh, I'm too harsh, I'm too this. And I find that you're going to see Cory Holcomb's delivery and people like saying, yo, that's real shit, right? Not quite sure why I don't get that same grace, and nor am I going to beg for it. I just know I'm just not going to change anything about my delivery. It is what it is. Now, I say this because I remember it was like a couple years ago, and I had been feeling this for a while, had some like situations in my life, and I always felt like people try to downplay things when it comes to, like, if they have kids, right? Like a parent, they ain't shit person and they're being called out or being addressed, and it's always, I ain't got time for that, I got kids and all this other stuff, right? And I remember thinking from that, having that experience, and then, just seeing the children that are out here nowadays, it further, like, enforced for me, fuck them kids. And I still mean that to this day, fuck them kids, right? And so hearing Cory Holcomb talk about his daughter, I watch videos of these kids fighting their teachers. I watch videos of kids fighting their parents and all types of stuff. Yeah, it's really fuck these kids, right? And I know there are those out there who are, grasping at stars and trying to act as if though life is not lifing and it is not 1955. These kids are just off the hook, right? And just people in general are off the hook. But the kids is way worse. Like, nobody's teaching their kids any manners, respects. These jobs have given up on customer service. And so at this point, I think I need to sue McDonald's, Wendy's, and all these franchises for having smiling people working at their establishments because in their commercials, because they're not working on their jobs. And that's just the God's honest truth. I am not quite sure why these major corporations are not stressing to their managers and owners of their establishments that it is required that your employees have a friendly manner. It's required, like back in the day growing up and, little kids going to the McDonald's counter and the cashier saying, hi, welcome to McDonald's. How can I help you with that big old smile? That is not what the fuck we are getting out here, okay? Like, they barely would open their mouth. So I stare back. We'll have a stare down till they address me. Like, that's how it really goes down. I promise you. Or we'll do a whole transaction and not one word is exchanged between us, right? So yeah, you gotta adapt, right? I don't even try to change. I don't even say nothing. I'm gonna give you the energy you're giving, because it should feel weird, right? You should feel something is off about my energy because that is your energy, right? Because if I walked up to a counter and I got, "Hi, how can I help you?" How can you not respond to that the correct way? Now, I know there's those customers out there, but I just don't think that's majority of the world when they encounter people, right? So that's where I'm at with it. When I say fuck them kids, you got that story that I did. Go check out my videos on. But you got that story I did in Missouri where the school wants to bring back corporal punishment and the parents are here for it. And that's crazy that parents would be okay for their disrespectful ass kid getting taken care of after school. So that lets you know it's a problem. Most people are like, I'll handle my own kids. But for real? Yeah, so like I said, fuck them kids, because your kids are disrespectful. I don't play with adults, and I ain't even when I was a kid, I didn't play with motherfucking kids all like that, to be completely honest with you. So I've been this way, like I don't, that's a no, right? Even as a little girl, so I don't play with kids. I don't disrespect nobody's kids. I don't try to be nobody's kid's face. If I'm hanging out with someone, they are close to my age. We are in the same age group. Catch that, because these niggas is crazy, right? So, yeah, I just don't play with adults. And so when it comes to comprehension level and all the other things, if you are not divulged to me as an adult that you may have some... you may have 24 chromosomes or something like that, and I don't know. Oh, I don't assume, and I just don't play with adults. I stay away from adults that need that much patience, grace, compassion, and damn near basic understanding of things and things you don't do in life, right? So I need to know ahead of time. You ain't gonna bust out after the fact and tell me I got some shit wrong with me. Well, me too. Like, let's talk about it. All right. I went on longer than I wanted to with that, but let's get into the clip. I'll be stopping and talking. So I think this one's going to be about a half an hour. I'm only showing the part where he's talking about his daughter. There's other parts of the video that I'm going to do another clip. I'm going to do other videos too. So let's get started. Cory Holcomb, and this is his channel. Go check him out. Like, comment, and subscribe. I will say Cory Holcomb has always been one of my favorite with Cat Williams. Now, there's times I've had to, like, walk away because he can get really, he can get, damn near, ignorant talking about black women. Right? I mean, even with that Jada Pinkett Smith, and I hated that shit, right? Because he can get extremely disrespectful. But, I don't know none of these motherfuckers, so I really don't be holding some shit against them. Because he talks that shit, y'all. He talks that shit. And some of it is rooted in some truth, right? And I think when you listen to Cory Holcomb, if you're not aware, if you're a square, or you're not somebody who's used to dealing with certain types of people. He said he grew up in the projects. I think the building is 5150. I think that's what's the name of the show. So he's used to being and seeing a part of blackness that some people may never have experienced, right? So when he talks about nigga shit, it comes out so rough and raw, but the life of what that is and how you hear him talk about his daughter and her mother, that's all a part of that. Set up bitches, grimy bitches, you know what I mean? Sleep with your man's bitches, all that. Like, that's it. Lie about who is the father of my child ass bitches. Like, all of that exists in that world. So, he comes from that, and he talks shit because he knows what it is out here. All right, so here we go.
Kind of shit going on in my life, but it ain't nothing. I ain't worried about it. What do I do that I'm worried about? You know what I'm saying? I just don't. I can't think of it. I'm a loner. Man, my motherfucking daughter was talking shit to me the other day. I was like, bitch, I don't know you.
Start back talking to her?
No, the bitch crazy.
How she just called you out of the blue?
Hell yeah, cause she needed something.
Dang. You should have gave him my number, man.
You still on that looking market?
I believe.
So he's already letting you know the relationship is strained. There's no real relationship here. He's already started off with, I think we got 2 bitches so far. So there's like probably 5, 7, 8 more bitches that's gonna come after this.
I believe my daughter runs circles around me, boy.
Oh, shoot.
She taller than him.
He letting you know she's a fast chick. She's a city girl for real. You have to watch her. She's slick. I'm just telling you. He's letting you know, like, she ain't easy. This is not that.
My motherfucking daughter would talk the shit to me the other day. I was like, bitch, I don't know
you start back talking to her?
No, the bitch crazy.
Oh, she just called you out the blue?
Hell yeah, because she needed something.
Dang. You should have gave her my number, man.
You still on that looking market?
I believe my daughter runs circles around me, boy.
See how tall she is.
I mean, I brought it up because she tried to run game on me. Like, she was brought up by her mama. But, you know what I'm saying? Instead of realizing I got away from her mama, because I don't speak to her mama. She be like, I know you hate my mama. I'm like, bitch, I ain't got time to hate nobody. Your mama was drama. Now, here it is all these years later. You just like your mama. Both of y'all can kiss my motherfucking ass.
So he's letting you know what the relationship is like with the mother. Now, I wanted to come back to this point because a lot of times when you're listening to, like, the manosphere and the red pill community, they talk a lot about, relationships with children and should you stay in a child's life if their mother is raising them in a way that you don't agree with, right? And they're disrespectful. And they're badass kids, but you can't correct them because of the mother, right? So it's essentially like he's letting you know, this child was not raised around me. She wasn't raised around my family. I didn't instill nothing that's in this child. She is 100% her mother, right? And so some men will feel as if, though, I'm going to go create another family. For real, for real. And this is actually, like, so true to life, like, cause real tea, no gossip. I remember somebody I knew personally, and her baby daddy got into it. Now, he and her were not, like, together for any long periods of time and raising their daughter together. So their daughter was most definitely the mother. Ratchet, ghetto, disrespectful, all that shit. And one day they get into it on the Facebook. And this nigga had moved on, married somebody else. This person had kids. And this nigga was popping shit on Facebook. Like, I don't fuck with you and your disrespectful daughter. I claim my wife's daughter. She's raising these kids good and stuff like that. So it goes down like this in real life. So that's the reason why I tell you this, like, in terms of, like, when it comes to men who fuck around in the beginning of their life and get a baby by, like, the wrong person, and they don't want to fuck with that person because they like them old ratchet city girl ass in their 20s, not realizing that ratchet city girl ass lit bitch was going to be somebody's mother, and it's going to be a little girl or a boy out here that has been around all of that and is going to be a reflection of that, right? So yeah, it's important to realize who you have kids by.
I'll go make another daughter. I don't give a fuck if you ain't good as a person. No matter who you are, I have a cutoff switch God blessed me with to say, fuck you, motherfucker. I don't give a fuck if it's my kid. My motherfucking mama, you know your daughter trying to get in touch with you? I say, oh, mama, you watch that little bitch. Ha!
Yeah, see, it's. I get where you guys are coming from because I did the same thing.
I will have to let y'all know me and Cory got that same cutoff switch, and I don't even, like, I promise you, we got that same cutoff. I don't care who you are. I don't care what the history is. I think my track record shows it. I don't care what you think our bond is. If I feel like you play with that bond, if I feel like you think I'm expendable at any times, if I feel like as though you don't value our relationship, if I feel, I promise y'all, if I fucking feel, right, that if I gave you a chance, you may even don't even know that I gave you a chance and ignored some shit and kept it motherfucking move. If I feel like your chances, my mental chances that I have given you is time's up, it's motherfucking time's up for that. And I don't care who it is. Promise you I don't care who it is. Not to say, this is not even to question my love, loyalty, and all that I have for people. This is about you and what I allow for me. Right? And so what I allow for me is not me questioning or feeling some sort of way about how I felt about you or how I was loyal and how much I love you. No. That's not what this is. This is about your access to me. what I'll allow for you to do to me. So I always feel like people get very manipulative with trying to say love is love, or trying to say, oh, we family, right? Right? So you don't play, if something is valuable to you, you treat it as such. And so when that does not happen, yeah, I'm good. And it's not about a compassion and sympathy, empathy, and all those other things that people try to evoke and play on. But it's about a boundary. And it means that I may never address it with you. It could mean that also. But I'm pretty good. Like, if like you've done something to me, or if I feel some sort of way, I'm pretty good with like letting you know I feel some sort of way about it. But yeah, I don't think no. Boils down to manipulation to me. Let's get back into this video. But I'll cut you the fuck off with no fucking problem. No problem. So if a bitch out here acting like I was heartbroken over ending of a friendship, I'm telling you motherfuckers a lie. I've had bitches, ask ex-boyfriends why she don't talk to me, all the other stuff. Shit. Down at jobs and stuff, asking people why she changed her number on me and stuff like that. You know what you did. Okay? Alright, so.
Watch that little bitch. That bitch is brought up in this new generation where there is no honor, there is no respect thy parents, there is no the way the youngsters are brought up now, they will fuck over the mama and daddy quicker than they'll fuck over somebody in the streets. What the fuck? I don't give a fuck if you are so hell-bent in making me a villain and saying I did you wrong. Get the fuck away from me. I didn't love your mama. You just popped up on a nigga.
I'm gonna address the villain part first. So yeah, you'll be amazed of how like so many people need to make you a villain in this story, right? Like to the point they'll go so far back, 20 years in your history, try to use shit against you and all this other stuff. I'm so solid that when I finally looked back and seen a couple things, I'm still standing on that. I still don't like that person. And still fuck that person. Like, it was still like, I really still feel good about all of my motherfucking decisions because only I know why they were made and what caused me to behave or do whatever the fuck I may have done 20-something plus years ago. Right? So, it had literally got me to this place of really, like, yo, if I know that I haven't wronged you, if I know I have never sat around and dogged you out unnecessarily or without warrant or because you did something, if I know, and that's not to say that, I'm sorry, if I know I ain't never did no grimy shit to you, I never try to snake you or any of that other shit, I promise you I'm good, right? So, it's just a lot of bullshit out here, y'all. A lot of bullshit. And the other thing where he says, I do not love your mother. A lot of times for some men, and it's sad to say, if they feel like they did not have a connection to the mother, they feel like it is what it is. Now, he seems as though, I'll be completely honest, some men will feel as though they didn't have a connection to the mother and they didn't want the child. So that some will feel as if though that gives them a right to walk away from their child, right? So there are those niggas out there, and I don't think that's what Cory is saying here. He's most definitely said, this is the reality of the relationship of what me and your mother was, but you have altered or caused our relationship to be what it is now because of your ways and the things that you do, right? Not having to do with your mother. I still stepped up. I still did what I had to do. I still tried to look out and all the other stuff. You just a trifling ass little girl. So, yeah.
I try to show you love. You come out here, I did all this shit for her. She was still talking shit. So I'm just saying, it's like, I'm not like everybody else. I don't need your acceptance. Somebody said to me, fuck it. My mama said to me today, Cory, later in life, you might need your daughter. I said, if I need that bitch, I'm done for. A lot of motherfuckers might not say this.
No, and it's hard for others to relate because
you motherfuckers out here with kids.
You know what I'm saying?
Your kids ain't shit. Your kids run over you, and you know they run over you, and you let them run over you, and you justify by saying these my kids.
Exactly.
Not with me.
Facts.
If I got somebody, I capitalize every letter in somebody. If somebody running over me, I'm going to tell them I'm about to take a shit. Get over here fast. Because I want to shit on you. Give a fuck who you are. You don't get to fuck me over. I don't give a fuck. This is my time on this planet. I ain't finna be worried about your funky ass, whoever the fuck you are. If you ain't no righteous motherfucker, I don't give a fuck if it's your child or whoever it is.
The same way, yep.
Get the
Yeah, and I'm the same way. I don't care. Like you don't get to cross boundaries. You don't get to disrespect. You just don't. I don't even know how many times like you just really fucking don't. And I'll never make any excuses for it, because if I know that if I tried that with you and you would not go for it, then you should understand why I wouldn't go for it. And I'm not someone who needs a lot of validation. So we're those who are like, oh, people are don't lack emotional intelligence. How about if I just don't give a fuck? Right? Like I've always said that about that conversation and been perplexed about like people thinking that their acceptance or you having to acknowledge their feelings for whatever reason and give a fuck is something that is mandatory, right? Like if I have a situation with you and you know what the fuck it is, I don't like, what do you mean emotional intelligence? Like what the fuck is we talking about? Like ESP, like I don't give a fuck. You said fuck me, it's fuck you, and like what's up? What's the problem? Like I don't understand. But in terms of like even saying read the room or understand when people are fucking with you, and I'm like, how you know I'm fucking with them? Like I don't even know these people. Why the fuck would I be sitting around wondering if they accepting me or what they think about me if I've never talked to them? Who does that? A weak bitch. And I ain't that. So I be perplexed, and I think that's why sometimes people be like, you know, something wrong with, because I don't be giving a fuck. Like if like we have no dealings and we are not friends, like you feel some sort of way about me, like especially a bitch, like, why you even got feelings for me? I'm a bitch. Like what is we talking about, right? So I'm just being completely honest. That's why I be sitting on Clubhouse like, y'all, I'm not trying to be down with y'all. Like, why y'all concerned about me? If I was slow, like, why is that bothering you? Why is my gossip and tea a part of, like, you needing to feel like you want to throw that up or insinuate? Like, why? Like, where are you at in life that you give a fuck that much about a stranger who is not trying to converse, engage, be down, like, any of that shit? And that shit is where all those motherfuckers on Clubhouse lose me, right? I let it be known what my intentions is, to listen to conversation, hear different thoughts and opinions, and none of that was to find a nigga, to find a husband, to find my long lost best friend, to find a mentor, to find a loan, to like, and none of that is the intention. So when people get confused on like what I'm there for and it's conflicting on what they think, I'm just like, y'all motherfuckers lost me at the motherfucking door, because I just never have really given a fuck. Y'all showed me how niggas act and competing about nothing. I mean, competing over nothing, right? Even if it's just, you can't have a regular conversation on a fucking stage with people without their ego appearing, or they want to feel like the head bitch or head nigga in charge. And I don't have time, because it's over nothing. Not money, not fame, nothing. There's no awards for the best clubhouser. I mean, I don't even know if they even change up the PTR, the picture anymore. Like, but it's still nothing, right? And so when I see niggas exhibiting certain behavior over nothing, I don't know. I'm watching the circus just like every motherfucking body else. Yes, I will participate and talk my shit, but I'm most definitely watching the circus.
Fuck away from me, especially when you grown. You can have a little patience with a child. Sometimes you can beat a child up and get away with it.
Oh my God, stop.
I'm saying, but when motherfuckers is 20, 25, 30,
Yeah, you know.
talking crazy to you, if you let them hang around you because they're your kids, that shows human weakness in you.
That's real shit.
No, I said I can relate because I'm talking about people when they get shocked when people say they cut somebody off in their family. I know because I've done it to my mother, my own mom. So
I feel like it's
Yeah,
when,
I can
you,
relate.
when you get a
We
certain
don't know the
age,
situation,
you
so.
start to realize that you choose your family.
of
You know,
course, yeah.
your family doesn't always have to be blood, because it's some people is gonna be way better than you than anybody in your family. Some people come.
Yeah, I also feel that when it comes to people having an opinion about other people's relationships with their parents, I just think that is so fucking disrespectful. I'd like, if someone felt the need to talk to me about mine, like I would have, like, I don't know what, like, yeah. Yeah, because I think that some people get so righteous, right, that they also forget the reality of, like, family dynamics and how shit just be fucked up sometime, right? With that being said, I also think that people feel as if though if they have good relationships with their fathers and mothers, that that's everybody's experience, right? A lot of times when we're looking at some of these issues with these teenagers, we most definitely have to say, if you're not there, I don't know what's wrong, that the parents are usually the people who fuck up their children the most, right? Like, it just is what it is in terms of, like, if you're not teaching them anything, and from what he's, talking about his daughter, most definitely he feels as though the mother fucked her up and she was goofy and she raised a goofy girl, right? So with that being said, I hate when people act like I hate when people act like there aren't fucked up parents out here. And I don't know how people come to this conclusion, because to make it, sometimes for some people as an adult, to make it through what they've been through as a child. And I've said this in previous videos. Like, I remember that story that was in the Bronx with a girl, 4-year-old girl, mother beat her to death. And there's all of these different stories. The twins that the mother kept in the broom closet, and they were like, had to escape to get help, right? Like, there's these traumatic stories with these children that has happened, right? Scar Lip, if you've ever heard her story of, like, when her mother died and her aunt took her in and treated her horribly, right? But she survived, so she's here on this earth. So when I hear people who have, like, real life situations that they talk about and they've endured, I don't think I had the right to impose whatever my experience is in terms of my family on somebody else, right? My shit may have been not all good, but their shit may have been real fucked up. And what the fuck I look like, turn around, well, you have to forgive. You have to go to be around folks who caused you all that trauma, and then gonna gaslight you and make you feel as if though you making a big deal out of nothing, and that what happened to you was part of your fault. Like, what the fuck I look like telling somebody that? So I always say to people, be easy, and just mind your fucking business. Just mind your business. You don't know what provokes somebody to do anything. Or whatever. You just don't know.
Come in your life, and in a year,
Right.
it done done more for you than anybody else have in your entire life.
Right.
And they care about you more than, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
of course.
Even that though, even that is fleeting, because it really ain't for me specific. It ain't about what you do for me. Really, it's just
it ain't got to be financial or nothing like that.
because my family, we ain't really got shit, so I can't base loving somebody on what they could do for me.
That's
I just
real.
base it on their character
Yep.
and their principles, and if they could be a part of something bigger than themselves. You know what I'm saying?
And how they treat you.
Yeah, that's all it is.
I'm just glad I found myself. Like,
I will say this though. Darla says that she doesn't have a relationship with her mother, and I find that also that is I find that some people aren't keeping it real about, like, that dynamic that exists between women that is so hard, and how it does show up in mother and daughter's relationship. And I think we think there aren't mothers out there who are jealous. I think we think there are mothers out there who aren't trying to live through their children. I think we think that there aren't mothers out there who are trying to be controlling and impose their will on their children, right? And so when you see or hear a woman says, hey, I don't have a good relationship with my mother, a lot of people judge that. Oh, what's wrong with this? You don't know. I don't know what Darla is dealing with in terms of her mother, right? Like I tend to think that we forget that the same thing that we're seeing in some of these children in terms or starting to understand what mental health is, that there's a generation of parents and stuff that never got help for any of the trauma that they've received in life, right? And that shows up, and that always is going to show up and affect the relationships with the people closest to you, right? So yeah, it's hard. It's hard, y'all. It's hard. I also want to say, yo, Cory, I think you need some new hosts. I'm not going to be complete. You need some new co-hosts. And I ain't going to throw no shots at nobody, but I think you need some, additional co-hosts or something a little livelier, like a little somebody going to bring something to the mics. Like, I don't know. That's why I don't really kind of watch this show. I'm not going to diss on nobody. The co-hosts could get it equally, right? And I know Cory Holcomb is, the main attraction, but damn, it could be a more lit and exciting show, right? Because this is driving me.
It's a lot of people ain't found themselves, so they swimming in bullshit. Like
they choose to stay in it.
Yeah, because they feel obligated, because they know they children ain't shit because of what they did and how they brought them up. They know they children ain't shit, so they the ones that still be taking up for their kids. They still take up for ain't shit.
Siblings,
well, not
parents,
ain't shit kids, ain't shit adults now. Motherfucker be 30 years old, still living with their mama, talking shit to their mama, stealing from their mama, dogging out they.
Yeah, and I would say that that's the one thing I don't have tolerance for is adults, older people still making excuses for their adult children. I have no tolerance. That is not a child. That is not a vulnerable person, meaning a child. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's not what that is, right? And that may be your child, but you had from 0 to 18 to instill something of a little bit of a common sense, decency, respect, and honor in your child, and you missed your opportunity. You had 18 motherfucking tries to get it right with that fucking child. So you now want us for a 28-year-old child to be out here doing what? Excusing what? Having compassion and empathy for what? I don't know. I ain't got it.
Hey, mama used to own a building. They fucking found a way to fuck that up. Mama don't own the building no more, and mama still got that unconditional love. Not Cory Holcomb. You fucked me over. I'm getting the fuck away from you at my age now. I don't have tolerance for these new motherfuckers who think you stupid and don't know. Motherfucker be running a lie on you. You tell them, I used to use that lie. Yeah. They don't even believe you.
That's real shit.
You be like, man, this shit you doing see-through. Your game ain't even cold. I can't respect you.
Right. Facts.
I done told motherfuckers, I told my daughter, bitch, look, you can't run that on me. I'm the world's great. My daughter said, I'll go to Tasha K. I said, why destroy you and Tasha K? Y'all don't want none of this.
All right, so yeah, I of course I've seen this, but yeah, per se, that's the type of daughter he has, right? So when people want to sit back and talk about him calling her a bitch and a hoe and all this stuff several times, I done already told you the mama tried to set him up back in the day, and now his daughter's trying to extort him and put him out there. Like, what are we talking about? Like, why people want to act like this is not what it is in reality in terms of, like, there are people operating like this. I refuse to even act like there's some utopia out there, and it could never be the case. There's too much news out here of killings and wild shit, right? Like, so this is reality. This is people's realities. He got a bad relationship with his daughter and his baby mother. She don't fuck with her mother. Like, I mean, there's so many people and stories we know out there over the years. We seen Tina Turner and her relationship with her mother. We seen Monique talk about her relationship with her parents and her brother who sexually molested her. Like, are we really acting like it's not going down in real fucking life? And people don't have real reasons on why they don't fuck with people?
You don't want none of this.
Please tell me that is not. Please tell me.
You don't want none of this.
That did not.
Hell no.
Call me when you're over
She
there.
didn't say that.
I believe Tasha K will tell her, bitch, get the fuck out of here. Corey don't give a fuck.
She said that.
Man, on everything I love. On everything I love, man. My daughter ain't shit bitch.
Oh my
I told her, go get some intervention and then come back in my life later on once you got your shit together. But you not finna be out here. You talk to your daddy like you talking to motherfucking these fools in the street.
The other thing he said that I meant to talk about was he talked about righteousness, and that's my thing. And I've been saying this for years. Don't be a grimy motherfucker trying to teach me a lesson about life. Don't be a fucked up person trying to teach me something about life and how you treat people or any of that shit, right? Like, just don't be that person. You gotta be solid to be out here trying to teach people's lessons about life and how you treat people and what you do to people. You cannot be out here being Slim Shady, fucking niggas over, doing all types of wild crazy shit behind people's back, being manipulative, lying. You can't be that person and try to teach me a motherfucking thing. Because like I said, I know who I am. I know what I have never done to people. Right? So with that being said, it's going to take a hell of a motherfucker to be able to tell me something. Right?
So I talk to you back that way. I know what the definition of a bitch is. I didn't say it wrong.
Extortion is one of the number one characteristics of somebody that ain't shit.
Say that again.
Extortion is one of the number one characteristics of a person that ain't shit. They try to get information on you.
Facts.
They look for things that they can hold over your head, even though it may not be true. They say it as if it is true, and they think they can find a piece of information, whether it's true or false, that they can use to control you.
Facts.
And they, that's a bad quality to have, because
Motherfuckers say, she didn't say that, Corey. Man, what I'm allowing her for? That mean I ain't shit. What I'm allowing her for? That mean I ain't shit. I'm a piece of shit motherfucker. There's a lot of people out here don't like me, and I ain't gonna lie. I don't want no trouble, but if you bring it, you better have your shit talking game together. I'm talking shit.
Facts.
Look, I hope you watching this, little girl. Boy, you don't want me talk shit about you, boy. I'll have you breaking down. You think you was on the internet acting like you finna do something to yourself? You don't want to fuck with a nigga like me? I'm the fucking best. You didn't grow up with me. That's the problem. You think you can get me like you get here. You can't get me, bitch. This is my fucking world. I run this. I'm in charge here. No bitch run this. Give a fuck. I don't give a who the bitch is. Disposable. If you come with the bullshit, you disposable. Whoever you are.
That's some messed up shit nowadays. That's what people.
Oh, like
reach
your
for.
daughter, bitch.
No, talk about I'm gonna go to Tasha K. That's what the hell.
That's cold
are you
shit,
saying?
boy.
That's some.
Bitch, come in. Right. Come at me, bitch.
That's why I tell people, that's why people are using strangers to get at me, because they know if I get to fucking talking, right? If I get to fucking talking, if I say something, I'm gonna say the foulest shit. Like, I'm not even gonna make no excuses for it. If I have to hit the floor on you, and I'm so fucking comfortable with my past, I'm so motherfucking comfortable with who say they ain't fucking with me. We ain't fucking with each other. I'm so comfortable with whatever I did back in the day. I mean, you and your fucking friends should have got the fuck together and came beat my ass. You should have grabbed your mama, somebody, right? You didn't handle your business then. I don't know what the fuck. Get over it, right? Like, I'm so motherfucking comfortable. So I'm really not, I'm really not ashamed of anything. I know I ain't been a thought box. I know niggas ain't been using my throat, the back of my throat for recess. Like, I know these things about me, right? So I know these things about me. So I'm good, right? And any nigga talking about me, I can talk the fuck right back. Okay.
Man, look, I got at this platform and I have stood on something for a long time. That is equity in the war words against all hoe ass motherfuckers.
Facts.
Put that phrase in a motherfucking plaque and write it down.
Rosie would
I've been on this. I've been doing this 14 years. I'm not saying I'm perfect because I know I ain't. But I'm standing on something and it'll mean something when I say it. When I say it, it means something. I don't give a fuck how you feel about what I said. When I say it, it means something because I'll be standing on something. I ain't running my mouth lying every time I open my mouth.
Facts. All right. I'm going to cut probably that out of the video. Yeah, that's Cory Holcomb. And of course, he's receiving all type of backlash. Let's go ahead and look at the comments on Instagram. Because that was originally where I seen this. And I was like, why not just like, show it directly from his channel? And let's see what my co-hosts in the comments have to say about this. I don't have too much more to say, but I felt him on everything. I've been saying fuck them kids or fuck whoever is crossing my boundaries. I don't know what emotional intelligence is. It's fuck you. I'm out here for, trying to live my best life and be happy and, in my skin and all that other shit. So I don't be sitting around worrying about if you like me and any of that dumb shit or if my presence bothers you. Yeah, my presence is supposed to bother a weak bitch. Like, for real, for real. And all that. In a recent episode, we don't need to read all that. We know what we just seen. So this person, Neek at Night, she says, sounds like his daughter held him accountable and she got mad. And he got mad she didn't act like the past absence mattered. There's a whole bunch of assumptions made there. Like, I mean, I guess she's trying to say that, when he said his daughter came and lived with him, that he may have been an absent father at some point. But again, so many assumptions. She might have came live with him because he may be, I think he's in California, she's in Chicago. That does not mean that she wasn't coming out for summers or he wasn't paying his child support. And like, that doesn't mean any of that. So I don't know. I think that's too many assumptions to go with. All right, so Mo Diddy 12 writes, that's my guy. This is how he talks. Definitely not my style, but he is making a point on how disrespectful some kids can get. I couldn't refer to my child as a B, though. Raised a queen. I know that's right. I know that's right. Who's my motherfucking... Oh, nigga, I'm a bitch. I'm like, who? Your mammy? You call me a bitch? No. Like, who are we talking about? Yeah, so I try not to really kind of even talk to these disrespectful ass niggas because home training is not. He could have said everything he wanted to say without calling her the B word. Woo, I wish I could speak on this topic is all I will say. Healing. Ooh, that's Tommy. And I think Tommy's probably saying that because she probably has, had some difficulties with her daughter. But I mean, it's Tommy. And so that's a lot to have deal with. Even if thinking about like if my, I was sitting here thinking if my father felt this way about me or did not like me or anything, it would not fucking bother me. I'm being completely honest. Like, I'm not saying that's the case, and I don't know if that's the case because with me saying I don't know if that's the case, it means that he wasn't around or there's not a relationship there that would even allow me to care in life, right? So with that being said, somebody who did not handle their business could never make me feel away. Like, period. How do you like yourself, right? So that's probably mentally like how I would be like, I know you don't give a fuck. And I don't have a problem with my father. I actually think I get my style and everything from him and stuff like that. And we have conversations when he comes around and stuff like that. But I'm just saying, if this was the case and he had any ill will towards a child that he didn't take care of, that sounds goofy and crazy for me to even would give a fuck if that was the case. So, all right, let's go. I wish I read that already. I'm not reading all of this. Big Rod 3689. Why? Oh, damn. This is a lot. You wrote a paper on this shit. All right, he said his point was, in more eloquent words, he didn't mess with his baby mother because she was user with a bad attitude. I didn't hear him say that this time, but I remember him saying it's because she set him up. He is saying his daughter caught those same personality traits. He did say that from her mother, and because of that, he separated himself from her mother and the daughter, who is a user, bad attitude, and is disrespectful towards him. He is also saying that regardless if she is his daughter or not, you are not going to disrespect him and then turn around and only talk to him when you need something. He's not tolerating that. Boundaries. Okay? It's not about you. It's about me. Our bond was supposed to be good. So we're not talking about the bond and the love that was there because we're not talking about me doing something to you. I'm looking at these comments talking about a narcissistic father and what he called his daughter after how she treats him, and claiming he did something to his daughter first, but he's explaining that she has been acting this way and claiming he's emotionally detached after his daughter is trying to use him. People miss the whole damn point. His word choice is crazy, but I understand what he was trying to say. No, I'm not reading back to back. Oh my God, people, oh, go heal. I'm wishing healing on everybody because, like, people really got in their feelings if you're writing all of this. Nikki, right? People not gonna like it, but I understand completely. I don't care who you are. You do not have the right to drain me. Facts, disrespect me, hurt me, use me, or shit on me constantly and expect me to give you unconditional love and support. Just because I birthed you, once a young adult feels they are so grown that they can treat you any kind of way, your ass has to go. As in, cut out of my life. I feel you. My love is there, but I'm not letting not one soul devalue me, especially one that I took care of and sacrificed for. I'm protecting my peace from any and all. Get the fuck on. Fuck them kids. I fuck with her. Let me see who she is. I mean, then let's see if she look evil or angry and all of the other stuff. Nikki's account is private. Okay. She's looking like a young Soleil from back in the day. Okay. Look, to play with me is to play yourself. Okay. I hear you, girl. I like that. I like her vibe. Like, what the fuck? Can't talk about that. You should have remembered the bond, the love, and all that. All right, y'all. So this is much longer than I wanted it to be. So I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Y'all know how we do here. We keep it posh SF. We keep it black SF. We keep it bougie SF. We keep being blessed SF. And y'all be black, y'all. Kiss, 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 kiss. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.